Recently, it has come to my attention of a health problem that I just found out about on my own. So I thought it'd be a good idea to talk about it, as I've had other health challenges that I thought otherwise could have been prevented or at least known ahead of time. To me, there are two issues that I wanted to bring up that are relevant to everyone, and that our medical profession does not inform us about very often, if at all. The first one is hormones. You hear about hormones from women all the time, but for men and even women, but let's talk men first. Hormones are the heartbeat of our chemistry. Without proper hormonal levels, you cannot function. Period. I strongly suggest that you understand and know your testosterone level. And the reason for this is to counter any other symptoms that you may have if your level drops. In generally speaking, most people do not know what their levels are in anything in regards to their health. I don't encourage you to know this and get it on paper. Do not trust your doctor. You need to see it for yourself. And I suggest you also have someone else look at it so you're seeing and interpreting the same thing. Your hormone level is very important. Without it, you cannot function, you cannot sleep, you cannot work, you cannot live. So why wouldn't you know what it is? So what is a normal hormone level? 300 to 400 at least. I've been down to as low as 175. Might have been lower, but it was low. I had to take injections to get it back up. And I took enough of the injections that it actually started to work against me. So I stopped taking them and I was fine. The second thing that I wanted to bring up that you need to know, and it has been a problem in my life for several decades, and I never knew. Nobody ever asked. Nobody brought it up. Not a doctor, not a nurse, not a parent, not a friend. One day I was eating some gummy bears, and I've been buying gummy bears on occasion at the store when I can remember to go down the aisle, because gummy bears were a nice snack and I don't have to prepare anything and I just take them and eat them. Well, one day it dawned on me, the reason why my body or my mind is telling me to eat gummy bears, it might have to do with my blood sugar. So I decided to look up the symptoms of low blood sugar, otherwise known as hypoglycemia. And sure enough, the symptoms were related to hypoglycemia. And like testosterone, like hormones, it will affect your life, your ability to function. Most of my symptoms had to do with just pure energy, physical energy. I had mental energy, but not physical energy. So even having enough ambition to go to the store was difficult. And this isn't all the time, but it was often enough that it was a problem. So I decided to look up the quick remedies for hypoglycemia. And two of the best remedies are a teaspoon of quality honey, not just your generic honey. I would get quality honey. I got mine from Costco. You take a teaspoon of that and about 6 to 8 ounces of orange juice. They also recommend you have a piece of toast, which you can, but I found that carbohydrates really aren't effective in getting a result that would lead you to believe that you have hypoglycemia. The honey and the orange juice seem to make the biggest difference. And boy, did it make a difference. You feel an immediate difference when you first take it. Then afterwards, yes, the effects of taking honey and orange juice aren't as great, but they're still there. They still work in a positive way. I have no blood sugar test that I own at this time. I may in the future. But the point of this I wanted to make is nobody is going to tell you to get a hormone test. No one's going to tell you to get a blood sugar test. All they're going to do is take a blood test. And it's not going to solve your problem, because most of our problems are due to blood sugar and hormones. There's other deficiencies in terms of vitamins, of course. But I have to ask the real question, how come those two elements are not being investigated enough by doctors? Not even mentioned. So I suggest to you, if you're not feeling your best, you're not feeling your most energetic, you don't need to take one of those small energy bottles in the middle of the day to get through the rest of the day. That's not your problem. Your problem is either hormonal or, most likely in that case, blood sugar. And if you want to find out, a teaspoon of honey and some orange juice. And tell your doctor to fix it. I hope this helps.